Hey everybody, happy Monday. We are Agents Who Win. We're here with my friend Coach Daniel Betancourt, bringing some good value today. We're coming on a little early because we all have appointments we want to get to, and appraisers are our best friends. We want to make sure we get to them on time.
Right.
So Daniel, let's shoot our topics today.
What's going on, everyone? So we had an awesome meeting in our Altamonte Springs office that Todd was able to host there. And it was a great meeting, and Home Partners presented all about their program. And, Todd's team has done a ton of Home Partners transactions. My team has done Home Partners transactions in the past. I pitch it to, all of the agents that I meet and know as a great option for them to, a great tool for them to keep in their toolbox. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Home Partners is essentially an investment firm. And they were recently purchased by Blackstone. Blackstone is like a giant hedge fund with billions of dollars, literally billions of dollars. They're probably the number one home purchaser in the country, as far as I know. And so now they're backing Home Partners. Home Partners, their goal is to buy as many homes that qualify for their requirements as possible. And so if you're an agent, you should check out this website, homepartners.com, sign up, start an account there. And, one of the things that it does is, as agents, a lot of times, our specialty is working with buyers and sellers, but periodically, if not often, we get people who call us and ask for help with renting a home. And Home Partners, for my team, it is the required avenue for anyone that inquires with the team. As a renter, we educate them on the Home Partners program. We encourage them to apply for the Home Partners program. And if they do so, then we're able to help them secure a home. But the cool thing about Home Partners is, someone who contacts you for the purpose of helping them with a rental, rental is not our forte. We're able to turn this into a cash buyer because Home Partners will be the cash buyer, and we will help Home Partners purchase a home for cash, and they will rent that house to the person who reached out to you as a renter. And their criteria for homes, they're a little bit particular, not overly particular, but they just want to make sure that they're purchasing homes in neighborhoods that will appreciate in the future, neighborhoods that have decent school districts. So your renter will, rest assured that they'll be in a desirable neighborhood, and they'll have the option to purchase that house in the future from Home Partners, which may be their ultimate goal.
No, Home Partners is a great program because one of our agents has closed over 25 deals so far this year with them alone. And he's been doing it for quite a while, so he knows the system in and out. He loves working those leads. I like the segue of anybody who calls to rent. We just hand them we turn them into, hey, let's talk about this program because, you got a 5-year agreement with them to rent the house. You don't have to worry about the owner saying, well, I want to sell it today. I'm time to get out.
Right.
So great for relocation buyers that are coming in, only going to be here for 2 or 3 years, want to know they can stay in the same house. And you don't have to buy the property in a year. It's kind of like try it before you buy it.
Right.
My first experience to them was a client who said, hey, I want to go look at this and I've got to do a lease option. So I found this company, Home Partner. So I started digging in, and he goes, worst case scenario, if I don't like the house, she'll be able to sell me another one next year and make another 3%. I was like, okay, sounds good. And that's what exactly happened. He rented it, didn't like it, and then we sold him something else. So I had a sale in 18 and a sale in 19 or whatever year it was.
Yeah, my customers have been happy with the program. It's so basically the renter who reaches out to us, they rent the home from Home Partners. After a year, at any point during that first year, they can purchase a home from Home Partners. So they don't have to wait a year. If for some reason, let's say they need 6 more months on their employment history to be qualified for a home purchase, they can use Home Partners, acquire the home through Home Partners, and then 6 months later, when they're fully approved for a mortgage, then purchase a home from Home Partners. So at the end of the year, so they can stay in the home for up to 5 years, but every year will be the end of their lease period. So at the end of that year, if they decide, I don't love this house as much as I thought I did, they can go find another rental. They can go find another home to purchase. They can totally walk away from the lease because their lease term has been satisfied. Yep. And there's no penalty, or they can continue renting the house, like you said, for up to 4 more years.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel good for the buyers who did it the last 2 or 3 years, because ideally your rent or your rent and your sales price is set in stone from day one. So you know what your rent's going to be year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and 5. Your sales price which they got a little less aggressive on that because from the meeting they said they were usually at 5%. Initially, now it's at 3.5, and you should see that as normal appreciation as well on a property.
Right. So they call their program lease with the right to purchase. But, in the seminar that we had on Friday, you just said the phrase, try it before you buy it. So I think that's an even better title for the program. Try it before you buy it. Because as a person, even if you're a qualified home buyer that can get a mortgage today, let's say the house is, 80% of what you want, but you're wondering if a year from now, maybe something better will come along. This is a way where you can secure that house through Home Partners, rent it from them, towards, let's say a year later, if you haven't found anything better, you can decide, okay, we realize that we really do love this house, and now you can purchase it. So it's not only for renters, which they were trying to emphasize to us. Even if you're an FHA buyer today and you've made 10 offers on homes and you keep getting beat out by, other buyers or cash buyers or buyers with larger down payments, you can utilize Home Partners as a tool where you agree to allow Home Partners to acquire the house essentially for you. You rent it from them for a few months. They become the cash buyer that is backing you essentially. They make cash offers, and then the chances of their offer being accepted in a multiple offer situation versus an FHA offer being accepted in a multiple offer situation is much greater. So that's another way just to utilize Home Partners. It's not only for renters and tenants.
No, and then we just had one that was closed on one of our listings where Rustin had the buyer on it as well. But they came in, we're asking $330, and they came in right off the bat at $350 and did their inspections, and we closed 3 weeks later. So they're very aggressive on the purchasing too. So, it's like you look at the cash, and cash does win. And if they're willing to put up the extra cash on it, it's going to help you guys get something. They're not coming in like a lot of investors who throw those lowball offers out there.
That's the other thing. Even though Home Partners is an investor, unlike a lot of investors that are making offers on homes these days, they're not home flippers. So their goal is not to make a lowball offer, fix the house up, and hope there's enough profit left at the end for them to flip and make some money. They're looking totally at the rental income potential. And so they're making very competitive offers. They're offering over list price, just like all the other buyers are doing. They're not going to get emotionally attached and just throw all caution to the wind like, some buyers might, but they're making very attractive, very competitive cash offers. So if you have a buyer out there that's been struggling, or they've, lost all hope because they've gotten beat out a bunch of times, Home Partners is an awesome program. It costs $75 for the customer to apply for the program. If the customer can be approved for a rental, then most likely they can be approved for Home Partners. The other cool thing is it's $75 per household. So unlike a lot of rental applications where it's $50 or $75 per person over 18, this one, it's $75 per household. And the cool thing is, if you try for a house and you don't get it, you've already paid your $75. So you can keep going until you actually secure a house. When you're renting and you are paying for these rental applications, if you pay $50 to apply for a rental application on a house and then you don't get it, the next time you apply for a different house, you're going to have to pay whatever their rental fee is. And, it's just blowing money. So there's all kinds of benefits to the Home Partners program.
No, we like it. I love having it as an avenue of a lead source for us. And their website has all the marketing tools, everything you need to try to find opportunities and everything on there. So go on, get registered. And you want to make sure you're registered if you send a client the link, because they'll get assigned to you. If they get assigned to somebody else, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get them moved over to you. So make sure you guys are signed up. And once you close 3 deals with them, you become a preferred realtor with them as well.
Right. So it's really important for you to start your own account, and customers that are interested, send them invitations to the program. They have all kinds of marketing collateral that you can get from them, but they have a ton of videos also and PDFs that you can share with potential customers, so their minds can be put at ease as well. So I wouldn't recommend sending the customer straight to the website. You want to send them an invitation, so that way, if that customer decides to go with it, they're associated with you. The last thing is, Todd and I are learning about a new program. It's Divvy Homes, and I guess you can call them a competitor of Home Partners, but they have a program. We don't know how well it works because we haven't worked with them at all. We don't know how competitive their offers are because we haven't worked with them yet. But it's a competitor, and they don't charge an application fee. So if for some reason you have a customer that likes the program, but they're just dead set against paying a $75 application fee, this is a backup plan, I would say.
We'll bring some more value on that one next week. I think this is a good segue because this is actually some lead generation things people can use when they're out searching. So we'll dive into that one on our next call next Monday.
Yep, and if you'd like one of these brochures, we have a lot of these that are left over from our Friday event. And if you missed it, we hope to do some more. But just connect with us, and hope you have an awesome rest of the week.
You too. Awesome. Good luck in the appraisal, Danny.
Thanks.
All right. See y'all.